Hello YouTube, it's Justin aka Demonic Sweaters here with a product review. Today we're going to be talking about this really cool thing. This is a Flamma FX100, and I say Flamma because I have no idea how else to say that, but it's spelled F-L-A-M-M-A, so Flamma, like llama but Flamma. But anyway, this thing is a multi-effects unit, and I've actually had it for a couple weeks now, and when I first tested it out, I wasn't very impressed with it originally, but things changed. I tried it again. I think the company ended up updating their software, and I downloaded the new version, and then now I actually think it's really cool, so I thought I'd do a video on it. Basically, it's a multi-effects unit that has a bunch of amplifier modeling, cabinet simulation, mic simulation, as well as a bunch of different effects. There's modulation effects, there's distortions, there's wahs. It has a expression pedal on it, it has a looper on it, has a tuner on it. But what I really think is cool about this thing are the ports. And on the back we have, well, there's your power connection on the back here, but we also have an on-the-go connection, which allows you to plug it into a mobile device. It also has a standard USB port, like a printer type port. It has a headphone output. It has stereo 1/4 inch outputs, and then it has a 1/4 inch input as well as an auxiliary input. Now, my favorite thing about it is this printer USB type port. The reason why is the software that you can download from their website. When you plug it into this USB port, it's actually really, really cool, because what it allows you to do is edit everything within the pedal very easily in a really easy to understand GUI that you can do on your computer. And so I was using this to record with yesterday, and I just had the app open at the same time on my computer as Reaper, and I had it hooked up and my guitar plugged in, and I could just tweak around with the pedal on my computer as if I were working on a plugin, but I'm actually using the pedal. So this thing is actually really, really good for recording, and it's fairly small. You know, it's not huge, it's not like tiny or anything, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So I'm just gonna plug it in, and I'm actually going to do a screen capture too, so you guys can see what I'm talking about with the software and how cool it is to use with this pedal. So here we go. All right, so I've got my guitar hooked up, and you can see it there on the screen, the pedal. Anyways, my guitar is here in my hand. But okay, so this is a custom patch that I made already, and this is the app over here. And this thing is really, really cool. So basically you can scroll through all of your presets here, and say I wanted to make something new. I already created a couple on here for when I was recording yesterday. I have the first 3, but let's take this sonic lead and see how this one sounds first. Little levels a little too high. Pretty cool sound, kind of a surf type sound. Okay, but let's say we wanted to change that, which we can do very easily. So right up here on the top, we have all the menu of the different effects and everything that it has. And we have, first off here is our effects and compressor. So we have a couple of different compressors we can choose from, a blue compressor, a yellow compressor. I'm assuming those are modeled after specific types of compressors that I don't really know much about. Probably some famous compressor pedal that I should know, but I don't. But anyway, we also have some auto wahs. We have Crybaby. Well, it just says Cry Wah, but I'm sure it's talking about Crybaby. And, you know, a bunch of different wahs on here. So let's play one of these. And let me see if the pedal just works. Okay, so we probably need to assign the pedal, the expression pedal, to the wah effect, which I'm actually not sure how to do yet, but we'll figure that out later. That was one of my little criticisms of it when I first tried it the first time, was that I felt like that, you know, the expression pedal seemed like it was just a volume pedal for most of the patches, the presets, which I felt like was kind of a waste. I mean, I wanted to hear some wahs and stuff. There are a couple wahs, but I just figured there would be more, but pretty sure you can make them yourself. So anyway, let's get to trying out some more of these effects. We have Ottawa. Very Alice in Chains sounding. And I'm just going to go through them fast because there's so many. This will be like a 2-hour long video, but you get the idea. There's a lot of different wahs. I'm not sure exactly why they decided to put wah with compressors, but they did. So those are there. And then we have, actually, let me put it back on. Well, I'm going to leave it on the Crybaby because I do want a wah type sound, but I want the expression pedal to do it. I'll have to figure that out. So let's see if we can figure that out in this video. So anyway, let's go over here to, this is your overdrive circuit. So you could turn that on or off here, like that. And then there's a lot of different overdrives, just like, you know, everything else. There's a lot of different options. Let me turn off the wah for the time being. Okay, so you can hear what that distortion sounds like. Not bad, actually. Pretty crunchy. It's Jimmy Overdrive. I assume they mean Jimmy Page. Or maybe Jimi Hendrix, but it sounded more like Jimmy Page to me, but I guess they probably mean Jimi Hendrix. Okay, so yeah, a lot of them. A lot of different tones. Some metal-y sounding ones, some rock sounding ones. So that's that. And then we have our amp models here, and there are a ton of amp models. And there's even some acoustic emulation too. Like, oh, let me turn off the overdrive. So some acoustic simulation, which sounds pretty good actually. Turn it down. That one doesn't sound too great, honestly. Level's really hot on that one. Let's hear some of the other ones. That one's a little better. Acoustic 3. That's probably the best, actually. Especially with my guitar. So I would change that a little bit. We could turn the bass down a little bit, maybe give it a little more treble and presence. That might make it sound a little more acoustic-y. Yep. Anyway, that's that. But there's a lot of different amp models here. Let's find one that I want to use. I really don't know. There's so many. Well, if I'm doing wah, I want something with a little bit of gain. I'll do the JCM 800. Okay, so now let's go over to cabs, and you have a lot of different cabs to choose from, not to simulate. It simulates, you don't. A lot of them. Noise gate, I'm not going to spend too much time on those, which is a good feature. If you have a lot of gain going on, you can turn that on. EQ. And it's got some preset EQs in here. Let's just go back to guitar EQ. Give it a little more mid. I like mid on my guitar. That's quite a bit, but... Alright, then let's go into the mods, and there's a lot of cool mod effects. One of the coolest ones that I like here is this Detune Effect. I love this. You can get that like seasick... Wait, is this the right one? Oh, they turn it on. Oh no, this isn't the right one. Which one am I thinking of? Not rotary. Oh, the vibrato. Okay, so it's like a true vibrato, like the pitch, which is pretty neat.
A lot of people probably hate that, but I like it because, I don't know, it's just such a trippy sound. I mean, obviously not all the time, but I think it's pretty cool. Pitch shift. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Q filter, what is that? Oh, okay, it's kind of like an Ottawa. Ring modulator. Very hardcore Devo sounding. We already did that one. What's lo-fi? I think that's probably like a bit crusher. Yep. Ooh, I didn't even realize I had this. I love that for a guitar effect. That is so cool. Let's turn this way down. So the bit rate doesn't seem like it does that much. Yeah, not too much, but still, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool bit crusher. Sample rate definitely does something, but the bit doesn't that much. So yeah, there is a lot of stuff. And then we have delays here. Let's just skim past some of this because we're getting pretty long here. Reverbs. Some pretty decent sounding reverbs. There is a spring reverb, which I'm glad because I like spring reverbs. You know, for like a kind of surfy sound. 8-bit surf. Oh, better not play too much of that. I'll get copyright infringement. Okay, so the one thing I don't know how to do is how to activate the expression pedal. What is this? Okay, expression. There we go. So let's put that on here. And then we'll do... Let's see what it does. There we go. So that's not that hard at all. Oops, hit the camera. Not hard at all. Sorry, my pedal's up on a thing, so I can't really use my foot on it. That's pretty cool, though. So we got like an 8-bit wah. And let's leave that there. I want to give myself a little more gain, so let's turn this back on. I'm digging that. And, you know, I love effects like this where you can just do crazy stuff with them. This thing's a lot of fun. I mean, obviously you could play with it for hours and hours and come up with all kinds of different stuff. It also has a looper, which I haven't even played with yet, but I'm assuming it's pretty standard, you know, kind of like one of those one-button looper pedals. That's what it looks like looking at the actual front of the pedal, but I don't know, I could be wrong. I'm not going to get into it right now because I have to move it around, but it does have a looper, and it also has a tuner and a bunch of effects. So pretty cool device. I think it's worth, you know, probably worth $140 if you're looking for something like this. It definitely saves a lot of space. I had a lot of pedals set up there before where this one is right now. And, you know, I love my pedals. You know, of course, I'll use them again at some point. But it also is kind of nice to have this here instead of all the pedals to give myself, you know, kind of a cleaner looking space for a little while. Sometimes all that clutter can get on your nerves. But anyway, that's going to be all for this video. I think it's cool. It's called the Flamma FX100, And if you're interested, there'll be a link down below. I know I didn't do a lot of playing on here, but I just kind of wanted to show, how it works more than anything, which I think is cool. How you can edit through the software, and it's just really easy to work that way. And I'm recording here in Audacity at the same time as doing the editing, so you can do that. I was able to do that in Reaper too. Like, I had Reaper open and was editing it at the same time, so you don't have to like bend down to make adjustments on the pedal, or any of that stuff. So it's really cool. Definitely a cool device. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope you all are having a good weekend and staying safe out there. See y'all really soon. Later.